What's going on, St. Louis, and welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in to STL TV. I go by the name of Dre'Co, and I have a very special guest with us here today by the name of Mr. Rennell Parker Sr. Now, he is a part of the Legacy Institute, and if you guys don't know, the Legacy Institute is all about providing so much invaluable information to young students, primarily African-American students who are looking to navigate through life's journeys. The Legacy Institute is there for them. Rennell, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing well.
I love to show some love, man. I just want to make sure you're comfortable
That's how we do it.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Good, good. Now, I know we were talking about, even before we got on air, or before we even started, we were talking about how the Legacy Institute was founded and how it started. And I would love if you would like to share that story, because that's inspiring just off the bat.
Absolutely. So the founder's name is Teron Rome. And in 2020, at the peak of the pandemic, Teron had a conversation with his niece.
Yeah.
And she was just talking about the things that were being taught in school, as well as the things that were not being taught in school. And how there were so many things that were being taught that were not relevant to the black students. You know, things to where, you know, just things we wish we had more of. For example, Black history is a really big one. And, you know, we talk about Black history, but we are American history. For example, on January 15th, and in February, we talked about Dr. King. We talked about the I Have a Dream speech. Well, that speech was delivered on August 23rd. So if we're going to talk about history and how Black history is a part of American history, then we don't just need to talk about it on January 15th and during that 28 days in February. But if school starts the second week of August, August 23rd happens after school starts. So why is the speech at that point not being taught? And that's where, again, where we don't feel connected. And that's where we also feel that it's our responsibility as parents and leaders in the community to make sure that we take full responsibility, because we are our children's first teachers.
Absolutely. And it was amazing how you said it was actually founded with a conversation with a family member, with his niece. And with you coming on board as a board member, congratulations, of course, to that.
Thank you.
I know you guys have a relationship outside of the Legacy Institute, but how did you come on board, and what inspired you to even want to bring your skill set? Because, of course, you're an educator at heart. How did you bring that skill set to Legacy Institute?
So one of the things we talk to the youth about is about networking. And I'm a Prince Hall affiliated Mason. I'm at Claude F. Wise 171. And one of my Masonic brothers introduced me to Teron Rome. And he had a history and the knowledge that I ran a mentoring program for years. I do a lot of work in the community with the youth. So he thought I'd be a great person to connect with. And speaking with Teron, I talked to him about, you know, some things that I've done, some lessons that I've learned. But because of my own children's schedules, I really didn't have the time to commit to teaching and developing the curriculum. But I said I can offer any advice, any guidance, lessons learned that I've had and accumulated over the years. And I'd love to be a part of it. And that's when he invited me to be a part of it as a board member. Absolutely.
Now, with your background, 11 years experience with being an educator in that respect, is that correct? Am I right on that?
Actually, we're 2022 now. I think I started in 2008.
Okay.
So
a little bit more than that. Okay. So when it comes to the Legacy Institute now, what I got inspired with was looking at the courses. So when it comes to the different courses, of course, we talked about there are certain opportunities to learn different skill sets that may not be taught in the traditional aspect at high schools or even middle schools or elementary schools. So with those courses, how did you guys come up with that scheduling, or with that course availability? How did you guys come up with that? Was it a conversation with students that were a part of the program before, or was it something that was already mapped out?
Yeah, so this is our first year. Although the vision began in 2020, but right now we are at the weeds of the grassroots. I would like to say the first step towards the next 100 years. And Teron is speaking with his niece, thought about, you know, they talked about the different courses that she wished she had, or information they wish they'd known. And so out of that came the brainstorm, and thought about, well, what is it that our people need? You know, one of the things that Teron often talks about, how, you know, other ethnic groups in their communities, and how one of the first things they learn, and they continue to learn, is their history. And when they learn their history, they're learning about economic responsibility. They're developing confidence. How to strategize and those things. So that's really where the classes came about, where we have chess, teaching how to learn strategy, but also how to apply strategy in their daily lives, how to always think and move 3 to 4 or 5 steps ahead.
Yep.
We talked about debate, developing verbal confidence, and how to articulate what you think and what you feel, but also how to actively listen to opposing thoughts. Right. So we're learning how to constructively agree or constructively disagree. We talked about leadership, learning how to not only lead themselves, but also be strong enough and confident enough to lead others. Excuse me. We talked about credit and financial literacy, which is a really key entity in our community. I think back to when I was going to college, my parents said, well, don't get a credit card.
Right.
But they didn't teach me because they didn't have the knowledge at the time of how to use credit to my advantage.
Exactly.
Right. So now that we've learned that over the years, my mother and I have conversations about how to continue to build our credit, how to build our trustworthiness financially, but also how to teach economic responsibility to our family and to our youth. And then the last course, so we have 5 courses, is Black History. And for them to know and have appreciation for the greatness from whence they've come, so they know the greatness that they can achieve.
Exactly. So with those courses, which is amazing, I've also seen that even with chess and the debate team, you guys are offering not only incentives, but you can be a part of a team that may travel and compete. How did that come about as far as how you all will look to choose the students who are part of the program? Is it something that they will have to interview for? Is there a weeding out process with that? And just looking at the website, it's amazing to see that that's an opportunity that you not only learn within the program, but you can apply that outside. So is that something that you guys really wanted to do early on? Or like I said before, is it something that you, how do you weed out or how do you choose the participants for that?
Man, we're a living organism. We're evolving every day, looking at new opportunities to provide our children not only what they need, but also what they desire.
Right.
And it's important for them all to have the opportunities, again, to travel. One of the things my father always told me when working with the kids in the mentoring program is for them to want more or to want better, to be better, to achieve more, they have to see what's on the other side of the street.
Absolutely.
Right? So that's really the mission, that's the goal. So we're using every vehicle possible to create these opportunities for the kids.
Now, like you were saying, this is something that's just started it started in 2021. And then April 2nd is when the actual courses started. So you're fresh with that. Now, were you guys looking to expand? I've also seen that you were looking to not only expand statewide, but maybe go outside of the state. Is that correct?
Absolutely. We're looking for the Legacy Institute to grow like a wildflower. Like stars shine in the sky. We believe that Legacy Institute can continue to touch each star to make our own constellation of success and all in the face of our children.
Absolutely.
And that's the purpose, that's the mission. So wherever God takes us, that's where we'll go.
Exactly. So you as a board member, I've seen that you not only have so many people who are invested in the youth when it comes to the Legacy Institute as board members, but also as teachers. Can you speak a little bit about that process as far as how you guys chose teachers? Because I saw that it was certain skill sets that they have that they provide for the students.
Yeah, and so we've started with 5 courses. But we have over 25 courses that we're going to implement throughout time as we continue to evolve, we continue to grow and expand. And one of the things we talked about networking, before we got on the air, and being resourceful. Mr. Rome is one of the most resourceful people I've ever met in my life. He travels in so many different circles. He networks like there's no tomorrow. And so with that, he's been able to identify educators and business professionals, entrepreneurs to come in and share their wisdom, their guidance, their experience with our kids and also with the parents. Our first session, we had about 70 kids.
Wow.
And with those 70 kids, we also had well over 20 parents. Wow. So the parents also went to the credit and financial literacy class.
With them?
They went in their own class.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we work with students from 5 to 18. And we also have we have this parent component because there are information that the parents or adults have acquired over the years that they can share amongst each other, or there's things that they may learn as well through our instructors. And the parents also took chess. So now they can play as they learn chess with their kids as well.
That's amazing. So the Legacy Institute, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have not been able to find out about them, make sure that you do that, okay? You can actually visit the website. It's the legacyinstitutestl.org. Make sure that you connect with them. And like Mr. Parker was saying, there are so many courses that are available for students, for the participants of the program, primarily African-American students and their parents, which is amazing, It's really bridging that gap. So make sure that you visit their website right now, the legacyinstitutestl.org. And I just want to thank you, man, personally, for not only being a board member, but being a catalyst for that change, man. This is something that's really important. And for stopping by STL TV to let us know about the Legacy Institute, man. So I want to learn more. I want to actually be a part of it if I can. I mean, I want to come talk. Whatever I can do to be a part of it, just let me know. Can we do that?
Man, absolutely. So one of the things that we're looking for, we're looking to expand. We need more volunteers. We need more men to be present, right? We need more sisters to be present. We need the entire village to be present right now.
Yeah.
Again, we're looking for if there are any grants that are available that we may not be aware of. We need to know what those grants are so we can continue to expand, continue to grow, and provide our children what they need. Like I said, this is about the village.
Absolutely.
And you know, they are our legacy, but this is their movement, so the time is now for us to embark on this.
Absolutely.
And we have, like I said, we work with 5-year-olds. Our mission and goal is that they will be the ones to continue this on. One of those children will be the CEO one day.
That's facts.
Right, and then their children would then be in the seats, and they will be responsible for getting the lessons out, to continue to teach and educate forward, right? And so we need that. We need more participation, more volunteers, more sponsors.
Yeah.
So again, and the sponsorship does not just have to be money, although money is always welcomed, but it's not about the money. We need your presence.
Thanks.
That's what we need.
Thank you, man. Look, I just want to definitely show you some love, man. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
Thank you for coming by. So make sure that you guys visit the website. That is, again, the legacyinstitutestl.org. And after you connect with them, make sure you connect with us here at STL TV on all social media. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and make sure you visit our website, stltv.net. Again, Rennell, thank you so much for being a part of this catalyst and change, man. I really appreciate that, most definitely. And for you guys at home, make sure you stay tuned to STL TV. It's for the city.